Here's everything you need to know about what happened at the first ever Pakistan Super League auction. And yes, it was a landmark moment in the league's history. For the first time since the PSL began way back in 2016, the league ran a true auction on February the 11th, 2026 in Lahore, with 8 franchises bidding for talent instead of using the old draft system. It was a first. Now, before we even got to the auction block, some big pre-auction direct signings made headlines. Steve Smith, the Australian star, was signed by the Sialkot Stallions for 14 crore Pakistani rupees, which is roughly $500,000 making him the most expensive player in PSL history. Saim Ayub was snapped up by the Hyderabad Houston Kingsmen for 12.6 crore Pakistani rupees, which is about $450,000, making him the most expensive Pakistani player ever in PSL history. Only Steve Smith sits above him overall. Other direct deals included Moeen Ali to Karachi Kings, Devon Conway to Islamabad United, Mustafizur Rahman to Lahore Qalandars, Spencer Johnson to Quetta Gladiators, and Marnus Lambashane also to Hyderabad Houston Kingsmen. Those pre-auction moves set the tone for a record-breaking event, and they were just the opening act. When the auction proper began, franchises bid aggressively for both international and local stars. Here's how some of the big buys went down, with salaries in Pakistani rupees, and for your convenience, I have converted to approximate US dollar equivalent. So let's start with Naseem Shah, who was bought by Rawalpindi for 8.65 crore Pakistani rupees, which is roughly $310,000. Daryl Mitchell was also a headline pick. He went to Rawalpindi for 8.05 crore Pakistani rupees. That's $290,000. Fahim Ashraf joined Islamabad United for 8.5 crore, which is $300,000. Fakhr Zaman was secured by the Lahore Qalandars for 7.95 crore, $285,000. David Warner went to Karachi Kings for 7.9 crore, $282,000. Those figures show how highly franchises valued both domestic pace and big match experience. A few notable mid-tier buys that caught attention. Max Bryant, there was a bidding war for him from out of nowhere. Islamabad United paid 1.95 crore, which is $70,000 for his services. His starting bid was 60 lakhs. Samir Minhas, the under-19 star for Pakistan, also went to Islamabad United for 1.9 crores, which is $68,000. Adam Zampa, Osama Mir, Irfan Khan Niazi, and Ubaid Shah were also among players sold in the 2 to 5 crore range, all adding depth and balance to their respective squads. Across the auction day, there were also smaller deals going for players, like I mentioned, Max Bryant, 60 lakh Pakistani rupees, which is $21,000 and upwards, which shows the depth of talent that was available and how teams are also investing in value buys and youth. More than 800 players, 800 players were available in this auction. One of the interesting parts of this auction is that some notable names also went unsold on the day, but are still eligible to be picked up later as squad replacements or via the upcoming PSL draft. Imad Wasim was a big one that nobody picked. Kind of surprised everybody. Shahnawaz Dahani, another one. Teams can bring these players in if someone gets injured or is unavailable, which means the story doesn't end with the auction block. All of this came within the structure of Pakistan's biggest T20 league, which has now grown to an 8-team format and a much more aggressive commercial model. The auction introduced transparent bidding, market-driven salaries, and a real sense of competition for key players, something fans have been asking for as the PSL continues to grow in stature. So that's what happened at the first true PSL auction, player auction, I should say. Record salaries, historic signings, and a brand new chapter in Pakistan's Super League history. What did you think of the auction if you were watching? What do you think was the best deal? Was there somebody that you think missed out that you would have made a bid for? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Check out some of my other videos. If you get a chance, remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And hopefully see you very soon.